How do we know if a backlink is good or bad? What to do with bad backlinks? Any way to block them? That's from HP Pontillo.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I actually wrote a blog post in the very early days of Hike. So last September.
All that time.
All that time ago. All those many moons ago. I wrote a blog post about bad backlinks, what they are and what to do with them. So I'll just summarise basically the content of that. So yeah, I guess first thing is what's a bad backlink? And we've spoken about backlinks. I don't think we've really spoken about bad backlinks, but yeah, I guess backlinks fall on a bit of a scale between a really good backlink and then a really bad backlink. And I think we did a video, quality versus quantity. Now, a good backlink will be a very genuine backlink from a great website and they've linked to you naturally. A bad backlink is what we call a link that's built just for the purpose of SEO. So they've built it only to increase your rankings. There's no other reason for it. So it may be like a link on a website where it's a blog and it's created just for the purpose of SEO. So you can spot these quite easily. There's a few key factors to look out for. So one is they might have, for example, loads and loads of content with no engagement. So they create blog post after blog post and there's no engagement. So they're almost like spinning content, or they're getting content writers and they're not trying to push it. They just want to make it look like it's a popular website. There'll be no social signals. So they'll have loads of posts, but there'll be no comments. There'll be no Facebook likes. All these things, your intuition will start to go and you're like,
everything's posted by admin.
Everything's posted by admin. Great content writer is admin. Just getting around the internet a lot. Yeah, so that's a bad backlink. So you can use your intuition to use some of those methods that I did. I mean, look at the link quality score as well. So, I mean, in Hike, for example, we gauge links on the quality of 1 to 10. Now, if they've got a quality of 10, that's like your BBC, that's your Facebook, that's your really big websites. If it's got a very low content score, but it's a very big website, so they've created loads of content, but they've still got this low score, it sounds really unnatural to us. So you want to be looking not to make sure. And then also there's things like adult websites, if you've got backlinks on there, maybe backlinks on international websites that you don't know what the content's about. So for those, you don't really want those pointing to your website because Google will see them, think that you're trying to artificially inflate your rankings, and then do the opposite. It will just drop you. Your rankings will drop, which is horrible if it happens. It really is horrible. So one ways that you can do, so the question here is any way to block them? There's the first way is reach out to the website. So let's say I've spotted a website that links to Hike. I don't want them linking. I can reach out to them. And sometimes that works, but it's a very, very low conversion rate.
Yeah.
To get around that, Google released something called a disavow tool, where you're essentially disavowing these backlinks from your backlink profile. So I would upload to Google via a CSV a list of all the domains that I want Google to disavow from our profile, discount. So then when Google looks at our backlink profile, it compares that to everything on the disavow file and goes, saw a link here, but it's on their disavow file, therefore I'm not going to count it towards their SEO. So that's a great way to remove those, but just be very careful that you don't add anything to your disavow, any domains or websites to your disavow list that are actually passing through SEO value. You have to be very, very careful because I've seen some websites that get a little bit trigger happy and they just put loads of websites in there, leaving only a few live, and then their rankings will tank. Yeah. So yeah, be careful because Google isn't as good as a human person at judging if a website's very poor quality. So even if you think it's poor quality, sometimes Google might not. So just err on the side of caution, I think, sometimes.
It's a rule of thumb as well, because obviously Google say that they'll discount some of the links they know. So say, for instance, 90% of your links are really good, you've got 10% of really bad links. Google probably think, well, naturally you get some...
Yeah, that's very true.
Do you know what I mean? So Google are now kind of saying, yeah, it's all right, we can understand.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Just be careful. Yeah. Look at the percentage breakdown. Like Kieran said, if 10% of your backlinks are bad and 90% are fine, don't worry about it. It's going to happen. If 50% of your backlinks are bad, 50% or more, then you start to worry about it. Think about getting them removed. Think about doing a disavow file.